Hi, my name is Brian. Some people call me Barefoot Bailey. I'm about to start today's barefoot session. I would really appreciate it if you came with me. But in order to start, we got to remove those. Can't be running a barefoot channel with shoes on. So first off, let's remove those. Let's remove these. Let these things dry a little bit. Shake them off. I always tend to start off with a walk. I don't go right into a run just to make sure my toes open up and that the tough spray stuff is dry completely. And do a little bit of stretching first as well. These are the transitions that can hurt sometimes. Here's the second stop sign. Goes down to that direction. There's another stop sign down there, all the way down to the bike trail at the end of this sidewalk. I've found that a slow jog is much better than a fast walk when you're barefoot. Those hurt. Stop sign number 3. Here we have some kind of dried fruit. Looks like crab apples. But these things are rock hard like stones. It's used to bother me to walk across these before, years ago. Now it's nothing. They tend to stick to the bottom of your pads, so you can end up stepping on the same one over and over again. Carry it with you if you want to shake them off. Otherwise it can hurt and can make you bleed. It'd be nice if people trim stuff over the public sidewalks. In my book, I wrote that the final stop sign before the bike trail was right here. But I was wrong. It's a fire hydrant, not a stop sign. So this is the 5th point before the bike trail, which starts right there. So I only walked this for quite a long time before I was brave enough to go onto the gravel. And that's the gravel bike trail over there. You'll read about it in my book. Hopefully in 2026 I'll release it. More dried fruit and obstacles. problem is not standing on the obstacles. The problem is when the underground doesn't give. What I mean is when a rock is on a dirt, it gives a little. When it's on concrete, there's no give, and your foot has to do the giving. That can get quite painful if you're not used to it. That's where your eye-foot coordination starts to develop. You instinctively avoid those without even looking. This is the dirt and grime and the oil and grease that gets on your feet. It's not the organic dirt and clay. It's hard to clean. It's the man-made grease and oils and the tars. Those are hard to get off. Regular dirt is nothing. It comes right off. You walk in puddles of mud and water and stuff, and your bare feet are dry within moments after you get out. If you have socks and shoes, you stay wet for the duration of your run. So there's a lot more benefit to being barefoot than being shod. Even with minimalistic shoes, they still stay wet for a long time, and it can get very uncomfortable. If you get sand in them, it's like sandpaper chafing on your skin with every step. With bare feet, you don't have that. If you have blisters or cuts or abrasions on your feet, if they're on the top portion of your feet, you don't feel it whatsoever because there's nothing to rub against. If they're on the bottoms, that could get a little irritating, but you just want to make sure you spray your feet with your antiseptic, whatever you decide to use, whether it's the tough spray, whether it's rubbing alcohol or your own concoction. And then if you get really sore, make sure you put some kind of balm on your feet, some kind of wax. I used Lanolin. You can use castor oil. You can use coconut oil. Any of those will be fine. And do not watch your phone when you're doing this. You kick one of these, and that's how you split your toenails and break toes. Make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings. Barefoot is a whole different ball game from shoes. You can kick stuff with shoes and still be pretty good. You kick something with a bare foot, and I doubt you want to do that again. This is the sidewalk. I brought a backpack blower over here one time and blew off all the glass. Someone had broken a beer bottle over here. Right up here, it was shattered all over, so I was brand new walking barefoot at the time, and I didn't want to slice my feet up. So I brought a blower over here, and I wore my safety yellow shirt to make it look like I was official. And I blew off this whole area. Nobody even looked at me. It was pretty interesting. There was glass all over here. Those concrete raises there too can also break a toe. Make sure you're paying attention to those. I still haven't thought of something funny to say. Maybe you can write something funny in the comments. This is the beginning of November. It's pretty nice outside. I'd say maybe low 50s. I'm very comfortable in shorts and a shirt. I'm wearing Merino wool base layer. It's pretty lightweight hoodie. And my shorts. And my Merino wool underwear helps prevent chafing. Now this is not long distance running, so I'm not really worried about that, but I like to stay in the habit of things. I try to use every feature to my advantage, including curbs. Balance improves quite a bit when you're barefoot. I had no balance before. I could not walk a curb to save my life.